Welcome back. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you stopping by, checking out this video. As you've seen in the thumbnail, got some 4 contour fans I want to try to get installed on the Red Demon today, guys. I need to get the factory setup taken off. I put that setup on a couple years ago. I used to run an electric fan. It's sitting right over there. I know it's hard for you guys to see, but that's like one of the Proform or whatever it is. Black Magic, I believe. It's a cheaper one. But I put that setup on there because Mustang Week, you know, used to get warm back in July, and the little electric fan got wouldn't, you know. So I put that setup back on. We're going to take that setup off today, and we're going to go with the 4 contour fans. I went this morning and picked up the wire. I got the 10 gauge 8-foot rolls, red and black. Got some eyelets with some heat shrink, some 10 gauge. And right there some butt connectors with some heat shrink. Fuse for the relay block. Now I already got one of the fuses installed because I want to check it. I wanted to check it this morning to make sure before I left the parts house. Now I want to give a huge shout out to Funky50 for recommending this relay block. Man, this thing is beautiful. The guy this morning at the parts house was just drooling all over this thing. But yeah, you got your little LED indicator lights right there in the middle of the fuses. But yeah, man, that's a really nice setup there. Got some just typical 1/2-inch plastic wire loom for our wires. And I also want to tell Funky, thank you again, brother, for sending me these pigtails. His setup, it was the oval pigtails. He bought these squares. He couldn't use them, so he was nice enough to send those to me. So brother, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Now when I was at work yesterday, I got thinking about, you know, what kind of a bracket I would use to mount this thing. So when I went last night to my part-time job, I picked up this piece right here. This is a 1.5 by 1.5, 1/16 thick, 6-foot stick of aluminum. So if this will work, I'm gonna use it. If it won't work, no big deal. I got some of these right here. Hopefully I can make these work. This is some of the stuff I had left over from when I did the intercooler, this aluminum right here. So I believe I can make that work in case my idea with that right there don't work out. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do today. Get these things installed. I'm off today, thank God. So I'm gonna try to get some work done on the Red Demon. Oh, I got one more thing I want to show you guys. I come out here Thursday night and worked on it also. So let's climb up underneath the car. Now I've been eyeballing one of these things for a while now. I know the Ford Racing brand, or the Ford brand in general, is stupid expensive now. They didn't used to be quite as expensive as they are now. So you could get one of these, not necessarily a Ford brand, which is what I got. It come with the bolts, it come with the gasket, it didn't even come with RTV to put it on with. But I've been wanting one of these things, so I picked one up and got it installed. So we got that right there installed on the hog head cover the other night. I think I give $109 for the whole setup. Like I said, it come with the bolts, the gasket, RTV, everything I needed. And I give $109 for it. So this right here, technically, guys, should help keep the differential fluid nice and cool. Not cool, but cooler, I should say, than the stock one, because these vents are, you're supposed to be able to, air is supposed to flow through them and help cool this thing down. So yeah, that's a nice little upgrade. Did that Thursday night. So been eyeballing them for a while. Finally picked one up. Stoked about that. That's done. Now it's time to get on to the contour fans and get these things installed. So I'm gonna get all this stuff right here taken out, guys. I'm not gonna bore you with any of that. I'm gonna go ahead and get this right here taken out. Once I get that taken out, then I'll unpackage the fans and then start working on the wiring. All right, got the fan removed. You see it sitting over there. So now I need to get this thing right here unpackaged so get working on wiring it. Alright, little update so far. I went ahead and wired these things up to find out which polarity I need to go, and I marked it. This is going to be my red wire, this is going to be my ground. Same over here, red, ground. Now I got that done, I'll work on getting everything wired together and then figure out where in the world I'm going to mount this relay at. I ain't quite figured out where I'm going to put that at yet, so I'm going to get busy on getting this right here wired up, guys. update on the wires. As you see, I got them running to the passenger side of the car, because I think the only place that, not that this is the only place I can put it, but I think I'm gonna put my relay right here. That way it'd be kind of easy to get to and be out of the way of everything, more or less. So that's where I'm at right now, guys. Next step is I'm gonna go ahead and pull this wiring harness off and then start working on the bracketry. All right, fast forward a few days later. I worked on this thing a long time Saturday, guys, because I was trying to get everything nice. But I want to show you guys the bracket, and then I want to take and get some of this vacuum line right here around the edge of the fan shroud. If I can get it to stop hooking on it. Get that around the edge of the fan shroud, that way it don't damage the radiator. Just take and split it and use that. But this is the brackets that I came up with. I ended up using the pieces that I had down here. Trial and error, as you can see right here by this one. So it took a while. It really did. I worked on it a long time Saturday. But yeah, this is the one side of the bracket. This is the driver's side. Of course, this is this passenger side. And like I said, I just used pre-existing holes that was already in the fan shroud. And then the bottoms are in the car. I'll show you guys those here in a few minutes, but I want to get this right here split and get this on back on the car. Show you guys how I got everything wired up, and then we'll get ready to wrap this video up. Got the vacuum line on there, as you see. Looks really good. So now we ain't got to worry about having that sharp edge against the radiator. So got that on there. Got my zip tie installed, because that's what's going to hold the wire harness secure on this end. So got that ready to go. So what I'll do now is stick her back in the car, then I'll go over everything as soon as I get it back in, guys. Hold tight. All right, we got the finished product on the car. Right there goes the brackets I made, and as you can see right here goes the vacuum line that I split and put around it. So it's nice and tight. It's not going anywhere. That's that bracket there. Just used a couple little button head screws. Right here goes the other bracket you guys seen. And let me get some light up underneath the car, then we'll go underneath the car. Now right here goes the other bracket. There's one right over yonder just like it, right there. And you see the wire harness that we made the other day just comes down over and goes up. And I got everything running inside the core support. You see the yellow wire that goes to the fan switch on the micro squirt. But everything's going through the core support. I got to get it all tucked in there good. And then it comes out like it does on this side right here where the power steering coolant lines come in. So goes up. This right here is my grounds going over to the battery. Now right here goes my leash relay. So we got the hot wire. This is the battery side right there. That's the battery post right there. This wire here, this one, and the one down on the bottom on both of the C pluses are actually jumper wires going to the battery post. That wire goes over to the battery, of course. This wire here on the C negative, both of those split off into one and goes back to the micro squirt. There's actually a yellow wire on it that's marked fan, and it's tied into that one. And of course this one and that one right there actually come out and go to the fans. And then of course right here goes the ground wire coming off of the fans and going down into the core support, and then coming out of the core support and then coming up and fishing back over here onto the post. I did crank the car up the other night. It will kick on at 180 degrees. It's already programmed in the micro squirt. Once you tie the wire in, it pretty much automatically is already set up. All you got to do is just tie your wire in. So that's how that right there is installed, guys. It was actually pretty simple, but yeah, everything's got some heat sheath on it, just in case if it gets a little bit too hot over there. That's the only place I knew to put it. I was going to put it right here facing up, but I didn't want it right there, so I went ahead and just put it against this fender apron right here. So that's where I got mine installed at, guys. And the fan setup, let's move the light over here. The fan setup turned out real good. You can see the wire loom. Got plenty of clearance on everything. everything looks good. I'm really surprised how well everything fit. All right, that wraps that right there up. I've been working on this thing for so long I done started growing a beard. I think it looks good. It turned out real nice. Now, like I said a while ago, keep in mind if you tie that yellow wire into the yellow wire coming out of the micro squirt, if you're running one, keep in mind, mine already activated. I was trying to do it manually and it kept prompting me that it was already active. It took me a couple times before I realized it. So I let the car run. It got up to 180 degrees. It kicked on like it was supposed to. I'll drop a picture in right here. And as you guys just seen, the LED light came on. The car cooled down pretty quick, so I was really impressed with the fan setup. Wasn't as loud as I thought they would be. But yeah, everything looks really good. Brackets turned out nice. Vacuum line looks good on there. And plenty of clearance. So yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope it wasn't too long for you. I tried not to make it long, but I tell you what, I got some time spent in this fan. I really do. Getting all the wires and everything ran the way I want it, running everything through the core support, which really wasn't that bad. It was actually pretty easy to run it through the core support. I run that yellow wire from the leash relay all the way through the core support, all the way up through this fender right here and in right here. As you see the yellow wire right there. All the way over to the micro squirt. Now I could have went in through the passenger side. If I had the tire off, I would have pulled the splash guard out, but I didn't, so I opted not to do that. I just went this way with it, come in through the grommet because I knew there was a hole already in this one, and just brought it over. And I used almost a whole 25-foot roll on that. So yeah, but everything's wired in and done, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Drop me a comment down below. Let me know your setup, how you got it wired up, so on and so forth, man. But that's all I got for you in this one. I'm pretty tired. We'll go in and chill out. Catch you in the next one.